What's the easiest choice you can make? Window instead of middle seat? Picking a vendor who sends a great gift basket? Outsourcing business tasks you hate? What about selling with Shopify? Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit a million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/try. Go to shopify.com/try now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/try.
Save on O'Reilly Brake Parts Cleaner. Get 2 cans of O'Reilly Brake Parts Cleaner for just $8. Valid in-store only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Free Terrible Gamers. I'm your host Colin, here with Ashton.
Hey guys.
Alright, got a couple over from last week and 1, 2 this week's. Nintendo sues McSwitch distributors.
Yep. Nintendo's legal actions against attempts to circumvent the Switch's copy protection have intensified lately. Not resting on its laurels, after taking down Yuzu in March, the company has launched 2 suits against people accused of operating major hubs for hacked systems and games. The operator of the modded hardware storefront and a moderator of the Switch Pirates subreddit are the latest targets of Nintendo's notoriously persistent legal team. The gaming giant filed 2 lawsuits at a Washington federal court against the individuals last week. Modded Hardware is a site that mainly ships Nintendo Switch consoles hacked to run pirated games and homebrew software. The store also sells the MigSwitch devices for dumping games and playing them on flash cards inserted through the system's main card slot. So we talked about the MigSwitch when it was first announced and then released, but we knew it was a matter of time before Nintendo went after that. And then since they were selling the MigSwitch on modded hardware, that kind of got Nintendo's attention that was an actual website and that they sell modded Switches, so that just added fuel to the fire on the lawsuit there.
Yeah, we didn't make it down this far, obviously, last week, but whenever I was talking about, like, the Sega stuff, that's why I'm just like, hopefully it's not that, but I wasn't going to ruin this topic with that topic.
Right.
Because I didn't think we was going to get down to it initially.
Yeah, like I said, we knew it was going to happen, but to be fair for the MigSwitch, though, you can't just take the ROM off of the cartridge and play it on your Switch, unless it's hacked, of course, but because each individual cartridge has a unique ID, and you need that unique ID in order to play it on that Switch, so...
Yeah, my side of it, which you dove more into the legal, but I dove into the whole MigSwitch itself. Sorry, I'm still getting over ear infection, and the cough is the worst part, surprisingly enough. But the Mig stores games and the SD card placed in a fake cartridge, as mentioned before, because we've covered this probably about 6 months ago too, when they initially started talking about it.
Yeah, I think it was around January or so.
This effectively tricks the hardware into thinking its official game was inserted, which users want to swap out games. They just have to eject and reinsert it again. Nintendo has taken issues with MIG's makers, modded hardware, selling modding tools, chips, and even pre-modded consoles, while the first run of Nintendo Switch consoles was easily hacked thanks to an oversight, almost every console since its second run from 2018 onwards has fixed the issue. As such, the only real way to alter the OLED or newer versions of the console is to open it up, solder a mod chip into it. The MIG was intended to avoid having to do this process. With the suit now in process, it appears that Nintendo has taken over the domain MIGSwitch.com. However, MIGSwitch's store is still online, which we said that was going to be a thing too back when we initially covered this, was Nintendo was going to take over at some point, but what we had mentioned via that they was already planning on switching different domains and everything else.
Yeah. We knew they was going to take it over, and then they done the same thing with the Yuzu. You know, they own the right to Yuzu now, so Nintendo just takes over what goes against them, you know. So they can't be used against them anymore at that point. So. And something like Yuzu, I think in the future they'll use that to their advantage. So they'll probably, like later on other Nintendo hardware, whenever they emulate Switch games, like on Nintendo Switch Online, they'll probably use the Yuzu source code.
But yeah, so Make Switch is officially under fire, so we'll see if they wind up pushing out still or not. Because
as of right now, it says that they're still online, but it's only a matter of time before they do get shut down. But they shut this down. The know-how is already there. There's going to be more Switch flashcards coming out.
Oh, yeah.
People know it's possible, know that it can be done, so it's going to be done again.
For legal reasons, we do not condone it. But if we happen to stumble across one, we may use it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I was going to buy one, but I just never got around to it. But
yeah, because those guys were pretty much just making themselves, and they were just ordering the stuff online.
Yeah. Pretty much handmade, every single one of them. That's why it took so long to get them shipped out and everything.
Alright, kind of sticking the Nintendo in a way, but Minecraft is being ported to the GameCube and Dreamcast.
Yeah, I seen this topic, I was like, okay, yeah, I definitely got to cover that. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, Minecraft, a highly popular video game, has been adapted to various platforms over the years, making it no surprise that it will soon be available on the Sega Dreamcast. The unofficial port is being developed by a flock of meese without approval of Mohana or Microsoft, who hold the intellectual property rights to the game. He is also porting the title to the Nintendo GameCube. And then, let's see if I can blow this up. It says it was was it still called a tweet, I guess, on X? Post on X?
I think so.
Remaking Minecraft on the Nintendo GameCube, my aim is to replicate enough of Minecraft's mechanics, but then take the game in a new direction, emphasizing on emerging gameplay, was his tweet on X. So, yeah, like I said, it's just pretty cool to see that Minecraft obviously came out a long time after the Dreamcast and GameCube got discontinued. It's going to be ported over.
Because what, it came out in 2012, 2013?
Something like that, yeah.
Let's say
not that it's a hard game to run. Both those systems should be able to run it decently well.
Yeah, especially since, the whole purpose of it was to be blocky and everything else.
Right. But I like the developer of the port, a flock of meese.
Flock of meese. Yeah. What'd you call Mojang?
I don't. Oh, on here it's got a red line under it because it's spelled wrong, so it made it look weird.
Gotcha. I thought you said like Mohangi or whatever.
Because
I'm just like, I was like, that's probably the most different pronunciation I've ever heard it be
yeah,
called.
I knew it was Mojang. So I was just reading though, because it's got that red line under it when something's spelled wrong, so it changed the look of the word. It looks like it ends with an A. Yeah, with an A.
I got over that a long time ago. My last name's always spelt wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like he said Microsoft. I'm just like, so I'm assuming he meant Mojang a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so I guess the quote went further down and saying, in the game industry, AI-like technology has long been used to control enemy character movements, so game developers and AI technology have always been closely related. That's going on off. Kuwal reportedly was saying to the audience, so I guess they're doing kind of a AI take on it to make it possible.
Yeah, AI generates stuff, makes stuff easier, which kind of ties into our next topic too. But
so I'm assuming that it's because obviously they're making a thing for it, but assuming at that point it'd just be able to be emulated, opposed to, because obviously you're not going to get sales from it.
No, and yeah, you'll be able to emulate it on like Dolphin or play it on original hardware if you have a modded GameCube like I do. Something like the GC loader or the flippy drive or whatever.
But the servers are still active, so it's kind of, and then I think, I don't think they came to the next gen though, or new gen.
I'm not sure. I doubt it'll be online.
I know you can do like backwards compatibility, so that's probably why they haven't technically ported it yet.
Right. And like I said, I don't think it'll be online or anything. It'll just be something that, just plays survival or creative by yourself.
Yeah. It's still just insane to think.
Yeah.
Like you said, I know it'll run it, but it's just a weird concept because easily, well, at that point, Nintendo had two consoles separating it from actually being on that console. Because it would have been the GameCube to Wii, and the Wii U would have been roughly the time that Minecraft came out.
I think there was a Wii U version.
But yeah, there was two consoles separating that generation. Then for Sega, that's even further away because the Dreamcast came out in the 90s?
99? Maybe?
Don't quote us.
I don't remember exactly.
You could go live or saying screw it.
It got me curious now. 98.
98. As old as us.
Yep.
Okay.
So, I don't like Minecraft, but when this comes out, I'll definitely try it out just to see how it runs.
Yeah.
Because I have played Minecraft, so I know how it's supposed to run.
Yeah. I don't think I've met a person that hasn't technically ever played it. It's just how much they've gotten into it.
Yeah, I've never really got into it, but I do know. Obviously, I'll know if it's running at 15 frames per second or something.
Yeah. What? 480?
Yeah.
You run it natively, per se?
480p.
480p. All right. Horizon Netflix series possibly canceled.
All right. According to a report on the alleged toxic, bullying, manipulative behavior of the Umbrella Academy showrunner Steve Blackman, the Horizon Zero Dawn TV series is seemingly not moving forward at Netflix. According to a report on the alleged... All right. I don't know why I copied that twice, like 4 times.
Healthy thing to do.
Yeah. It says, although the showrunner has said these claims are entirely untrue and completely absurd, at the end of the report, it is stated that Blackman was offered an overall development deal reportedly worth $50 million at Netflix in 2020, and the Horizon Zero Dawn series was part of that package alongside the original outer space thriller series called Orbital. Now, however, Rolling Stone has learned that the two projects are no longer moving forward. Per a representative for Blackman, The showrunner has a long, ongoing, and close working relationship with Netflix and continues to work on a new project. Furthermore, Blackman signed the new multi-year deal earlier this year. So, whether that guy was bullying or whatever, either way, apparently the show's not happening anymore, which kind of sucks because that's the type of game that might not be good for a show necessarily, but definitely a movie. Like, that'd be a good movie, I think.
Yeah.
Based on a video game.
But it's really hard to do it series-wise.
Right.
Especially if you only have 2 games.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely have to add something else that's not actually in the games to make that last more than one season.
Yeah, we mentioned it before with Fallout and everything else. It's different there because they have 500 games to pull from. Persona will be able to pull it off because they have 5 million games to choose from.
Yeah, because each of their games have like 10. 5 has like 15 games.
Yeah, I wish we was exaggerating.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane. But, yeah, so I think Cheyenne Roundtree was the one reporting on this, or at least where I got my article was. Published last week, Blackman is accused of firing women because he was annoyed, or fired a woman, not women, plural, woman, singular, because he was annoyed she was pregnant and didn't tell him when hired. Among other issues, he was cited for allegedly making sexist, homophobic, and transphobic comments on set and described as manipulative and taking credit for others' work. Blackman denies the allegations, calling them entirely untrue and completely absurd. A few days later, Roundtree reported that Blackman's 2 in development series, Horizon Zero Dawn and the original show, and Orbital, was no longer moving forward. It's not impossible for Horizon. It could come back to life at some point, but it was already eons from release and would be set back even further if it was already being shaped by Blackman at this point. So there's pretty much the rest of it. So yeah, the guy's in some pretty hot water over that stuff.
Oh yeah. Definitely making a reputation for himself.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Yeah.
Netflix is probably going to end it all in all if the allegations turn out to be true.
Yeah, definitely. And which, like I said, kind of sucks because that would be a nice movie. I know they said show, but I think it'd be a better movie.
Still weird that Netflix got the rights to it and Sony just didn't do something with it themselves.
Are you ready to launch your career to new heights? Visit careers.dish.com/technician now and uncover a world of exciting opportunities waiting just for you. From cutting-edge technology to a supportive work environment, Dish has everything you need to thrive. Don't wait any longer to kickstart your next opportunity. Apply today and join the Dish family where innovation meets opportunity. Visit us online at careers.dish.com/technician. Your future starts now.
Yeah,
Sony has the capability.
Yeah, they do, but stuff like that don't make any sense.
So they can go any animation style. They can go live action. They can go animated.
Sony can do everything.
Done it all.
Yeah. Like I said, we give Sony a lot of crap. They do make some good movies.
Yeah, and shows.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's weird that Netflix even had their hands in it in the first place.
Maybe they made them a deal or something. It'd be cheaper for them to have Netflix make it than them make it in-house.
I assume so. That's why they done it, but it's still, like I said, just
makes
weird.
No sense.
Like, oh yeah, here I am. I have literally a music production studio, a movie production studio, and a game production studio, but I'm going to use Netflix.
Yeah.
Because Netflix makes the best stuff in the world, apparently.
There's not a single thing on Netflix right now that I can think of that I like to watch. Except for the Mario movie, but I've already seen it.
Let's say only like Netflix originals that I really enjoy are stand-up specials from comedians, and that's just because they're partnered with Netflix and not actually
Netflix made it.
Netflix, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the only thing Netflix original that I enjoy watching is, like I said, stand-up specials.
Yeah. Netflix used to have a bunch of stuff, but they've went downhill, removing a bunch of shows and movies.
Sticking with Sony, since it is Horizon, Palworld Dev signs deal with Sony to form Palworld Entertainment and expand the IP, which we called after the whole entire rumors with the heart tweet.
Yeah. Yeah. The developer of Palworld has signed a deal with Sony to form a new business called Palworld Entertainment to capitalize on the breakout success of the video game by expanding the IP. Japan-based Pocket Pair announced a joint venture with Sony Music Entertainment in Japan and Aniplex to establish Palworld Entertainment for the purpose of accelerating the global development of Palworld and its further expansion. This is not a publishing deal for Palworld, the video game, or an acquisition by Sony. Rather, an attempt to make the most of the game's huge popularity with non-video game products such as merchandise and music. The newly formed business, headed up by Pocket Pair CEO Takuro Mizobe, is responsible for global licensing and merchandising activities associated with Palworld. Let's see. Mizobe confirmed Palworld costs less than 1 billion yen, 6.7 million to make, and had made tens of billions of yen in profit. For context, 10 billion yen is around 6.72 million. So it just makes sense that Pocket Pair is going to turn up the success on Palworld and just make some merch and stuff like that. And I think I seen a rumor. It wasn't, guaranteed or anything. There's just a rumor that Sony might make an anime for Palworld out of this deal. So to compete with Pokemon anime, I guess.
But not Horizon.
Nope, not Horizon.
Yeah, I figured they would do that to an extent, like once they was coming to PlayStation, the whole 9 yards, which obviously PlayStation and Sony, Sony owns PlayStation.
They still haven't confirmed that it's coming to PlayStation, but with this partnership, I mean...
Oh yeah, it's definitely given along with that blue heart for the tweet.
Yeah.
But I figured Sony would try to do something like that too, because you mentioned it a little bit with the whole Pokemon thing, and Nintendo, owns Pokemon, not necessarily on the anime world, but in the video game world.
Right.
But, like you said, they have a chance to compete with them in a media sense of videos and everything else, or show rather anime style, like how Pokemon's been running for what? I also think it came over to America in 98.
98, yep.
So yeah, Pokemon's been a long time running, and which of course, granted Pokemon's geared for kids, and I say Palworld, if it gets an anime, it'll be a adult version because, it is Pokemon with guns.
Yeah.
So I don't think it'll be a kid show.
No, but I think now would be a good time to compete with the Pokemon anime because not too long ago, earlier this year, Ash and Pikachu, they're no longer on Pokemon anymore. Like, they got removed from the show. So it'd be a good time for Pokemon with guns to step in and take the place of Pokemon, since it's basically an end of an era for the anime.
Oh yeah, and that's still an insane thing to think about too.
Yeah, definitely.
Which, I know shows, but anytime shows have done it, they've never been able to recover. Because, I lost my train of thought. I know Fairly Odd Parents tried it. It didn't work. What else? I had one. Nope, lost it. It'll come to me later. Crap, I cannot think of it. It's bothering me. Anyways, moving on to the next one. That way I just don't keep on rambling over that same, trying to remember it. It'll come to me randomly when we're discussing this next topic, then I'll probably just yell it out randomly while Ashton's telling you what the news is. 2K25 release date and other news.
Yeah, so NBA 2K25 will release on September 6th. It says the 4 different editions of NBA 2K25 releasing September 6th come with different pricing and features. The standard edition will be available for $69.99 on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, and PC, and $59.99 on Nintendo Switch. And there's also the standard edition with your WNBA athlete, what was it, Aja Wilson or whatever her name is, I think.
I think so.
And then
also Yu-Gi-Oh, by the way.
Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah.
I knew.
They had Yu-Gi-Oh GX and they had different ones.
Yeah, but you had a different character with each thing, and like
right,
I said,
and nothing was the same as the original.
Yeah.
But they had the All-Star edition as well. I don't have the price for that in front of me. And then Hall of Fame edition with Vince Carter. All-Star has, so standard has Jason Tatum. WNBA standard has Aja Wilson. I think that's how you say her name. I don't know. It's AJA or whatever. But anyway, and then All-Star has Jason Tatum and Aja Wilson. And then Hall of Fame has Vince Carter.
It was 99 or 100 for.
Yeah. And then
150 for.
150 for Hall of Fame. I know All-Star Edition comes with 100,000 VC plus some My Team junk. And then Hall of Fame comes with 100,000 VC plus 12 months of NBA League Pass. So you can watch NBA games included with that.
Not a bad deal.
No, that's the one I'm getting just for that. So I can watch pretty much any NBA game I want to.
I had to make a new email account every single week.
Yeah, it gets aggravating. It's free, but it's aggravating. If I'm going to buy 2K, might as well just get that included. But finally, for the first time, PC will get the next gen release instead of current gen.
Well,
very excited. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. Because the first time it came out for next gen, it did get next gen. But then the past 2 years, for some reason, they've got current gen. But next year, we will get next gen for the first time because we have never played next gen. We've always been on current gen.
Yeah. Minus, only thing PC don't get feature-wise, which we've talked about before with the whole anti-cheat thing, is PCs won't get crossplay.
Which makes no sense because they pay for anti-cheat on PS5 and Xbox Series consoles. Why not just make a bigger deal or just pay a little extra money to get that anti-cheat on PC too?
I guess PC can finally keep up a par with PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah, they're powerful enough now with these new chips coming out.
Yeah.
It took these new chips like the Ryzen 9, but finally there.
To run a standard 2K game. That's some rough stuff. Since it requires 8 gigabytes of RAM to download. My goodness.
I know. Recommended 16 though, so you gotta watch out.
Yeah, it's rough. Too bad my PC can hold 32.
Yeah.
And most of them can nowadays.
Yeah, most of them come with 32 gigabytes of RAM.
And if you're running a Dell from 2011, you might have some issues, but...
Yeah, definitely a thing within the past, I'd say 10 years, you're probably good. Unless you're just a 4 gigabyte RAM cheap laptop from Walmart or something.
Yeah. Yeah, because even most
laptops come with 8 gigabytes of RAM base.
Yeah, it's been insane that PC hasn't got any love from because every version is going to cost $70 except for the Switch version.
Yeah,
and it's going to be the $60.
Right.
I guess that's what you get for running 30 frames per second, though.
That's right. There is a world of difference though going from Switch because I got 2K24 on Switch and PC and completely different. I mean, which is to be expected.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely excited to get next gen for the first time. Maybe next year, since it took us this long to get next gen. Maybe next year we'll get crossplay, or maybe 2 years we'll get crossplay.
I don't know. I don't see them fixing that issue with the.
I think they will eventually, because if enough people complain, because why else would they make next gen on PCs? Because enough people complained about it. Yeah, they heard us on our podcast slamming them for it.
Ronnie was listening to our podcast, huh?
Yeah. I mean, he did reach out to us for a sponsorship, so he did. That's probably why he didn't do it, because he heard us talking trash about it.
True. That's true. I mean, he'll get it honest. At least.
Yeah, we're not going to lie.
No. I'll be honest with it. If you sponsor me and your stuff's actually crap, I'll tell you it's crap.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, like I said, they're finally doing good with getting PC next gen, but at the same time, it's been 4 years in the making, and what you actually get both takeovers and don't, which, I mean, you get both takeovers now with normal thing, but you just got to work for them both, but it's just, you fill up one takeover bar in next gen and you got it.
Yeah.
Takeovers. So you still got dual takeovers now. And so,
which it used to be like that on current gen. You just fill up one and you have both. Then they made it double bars.
But yeah, that's, like I said, just random 2K news because I know we're interested in it, and if you guys want to play with us and do everything else, we'll be here on PC. But other than that, I think that's pretty much all the time we got for today.
Yeah.
Without really diving in too far into the next one, cut a little short. I think we're about 29-30 minutes right now.
30 on the dot.
Oh, dead on anyway. So, like I said, you can follow our Discord, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Got merch on Redbubble. I can't think of anything else. That might be it.
We're recording 2 episodes, so we'll pre-record the next episode, so it won't release for 2 weeks. But I'm going on vacation next week, so that's why.
And everything that we do cover for next week will be relevant still because it's a broad spectrum of actual news.
Yeah.
Not time-sensitive stuff. Guess one's time-sensitive to an extent, but that's really pushing it.
Yeah.
Because it'll still be there, it's just when it comes out.
Yeah.
But it'll technically be out before this one even releases.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you have that as a spoiler for next week. Or in a couple seconds for us.
Yeah.
Other than that, later, guys.
See you guys next week.
Save on O'Reilly Brake Parts Cleaner. Get 2 cans of O'Reilly Brake Parts Cleaner for just $8. Valid in-store only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Oh, 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 O'Reilly Auto Parts.